I know there's some of you, you have things, dreams, goals, desires that you've been thinking about doing or kind of dabbling in, but but haven't fully committed to it, right? And y'all, I'm challenging you today, right? Today, don't let this day go by without committing to it. And when you commit to it, I want you to write your commitment down. Right, write your commitment down. You want to take notes on a note card or a sheet of paper or in your phone or whatever. Write it down, date it. Like commit to this thing, y'all.
To some, boundaries are just placing limits. To me, it's where the limitless things begin.
Hello, 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 and thank you for tuning into the Boundaries and More podcast with Jess Abraham. I'm your host, Jess Abraham, your favorite boundaries coach, and today's episode is brought to you by Joyful Styles. Joyful Styles is a lifestyle brand that provides premium quality apparel that promotes joy and positivity. Joyful Styles believes how we approach a situation matters, and choosing to be joyful makes all the difference. You have the power, and it's time to embrace it. So, get your Joyful Styles apparel at joyfulstyles.com. That's JOYFULSTYLEZ.com. Let's go, y'all. Look, we are officially in, I say, the first official full week of January, but the second Wednesday in January, right? We done did this thing for a week. So basically, we're a week into the new year, y'all. A week into the new year. And y'all, I'm here to tell you, you see it. It is time to commit. It is time to commit. Some of you may have gotten the year started kind of like on a slow start or much slower than you expected or anything of that sort. It's okay. Today's a new day, right? We got now. Now is the time, right? Now we got today that we can make the rest of the year different, right? We can start right now, today, to make the rest of the year one of the best years yet. We still have time, right? Right now, we have the time. Because if you're here, you're listening to this, right? You're living, breathing, you have the time right now to implement this, okay? So look, y'all, it's time to commit, right? Time to commit. Many of you made New Year goals for the new year, right? You made some goals for the new year, right? Last week's episode, you set some new boundaries for the new year. Let's go, new boundaries. Who this, right? Check out last week's episode if you have not, right? You set these things up for the new year, and now, y'all, it is time to commit. Time to commit. Before I get too deep into it, y'all, I want to start off with these definitions, right? These definitions of commit, right? So the first definition I have for you says commit, to pledge or bind a person or an organization to a certain course or policy, right? I'm going to read that one again, right? To commit, right? Commit, to pledge or bind a person or an organization to a certain course or policy. Y'all, that one was like, yeah, I feel that. Okay, I feel that. But y'all, the one that really, really hit me, yo, Cambridge took it to another level for me, okay? Right? This the one that I really, really want y'all to get. You have both of them. They both apply here, right? They're both matter in this context. So y'all, but this the one, right? Like when you commit into something or someone or this, right? Cambridge says, right? To commit is to promise or give your loyalty, time, or money to a particular principle, person, or plan of action. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna read that one again. Okay, yeah, I'm telling you, Cambridge said, right? It's to promise or to give your loyalty, time, or money to a particular principle, person, or plan of action. Y'all, God is so good. God is so good. I was wondering what I was going to talk to y'all about today. And God say, commit. Praise God. Look, time to commit, y'all. Time to commit. And that's the one. Right. And I know this was strong in my spirit to speak about today because I'm pledging, right, to commit, right? There's some things in my life that's happening in my life right now. There's some goals I'm looking to reach. There's some life changing things happening, all these different things, but I'm looking to commit despite all the other things, right? I'm looking to commit and I'm committing, right? I'm committing to accomplishing this particular goal, y'all. Y'all, oh my gosh, look, y'all. I promise you, I promise y'all, the things that are happening right now and the things I'm looking to do and achieve, and just again, things that are going on currently, right? Particularly this, I'm thinking about one particular goal, but this is, y'all, I feel right, facts over feelings. But I feel like it's one of the hardest things I've done, like just period, right? Because it's just for whatever reason, right? It's me, it's whatever, right? Get me in my own way, right? All the things, like whatever, however I want to look at it, however you want to look at it, right? For your particular situation, I feel is one of the hardest things I've ever done, right? But what's encouraging to me, right? What's been encouraging to me, and it keeps me going even when I'm like, bruh, I don't know what the end is. I'm not sure how it's going to come together. I don't know all the things, and it's okay, right? But what's encouraging to me is that I've done hard things before. I've faced hard things, came through on the other side of hard things, right? I've accomplished hard things before. And that's super encouraging to me, y'all. And I want it to be encouraging to you because you have achieved, accomplished, overcame hard things too. You have. Right? So now is the time for you to commit. Commit to this thing that's seemingly hard. Like, I don't know about you, but for me, I feel like it's one of the hardest things. And it's so much. And it's like, that's why it's so important to me, y'all, to really just take the time to step back from the day to day and step back from the world and what everyone else says, or even advice that I may get for in this particular thing, like to really just take a step back and be still and have my time with God, like really, really listening to what it is that I say it like this, listening and to which way I should go, right? Really allowing God to guide me, which strongly like pulling me when I feel like I'm in alignment, right, with God. So, like, y'all, it's so important. I encourage you to do the same, right? People, you hear me even saying these things. Like, I believe, like, God gave me these messages and these topics and things that I sort to bring to the podcast for you all. I'm always praying about it. And just, it comes to me, all the different things, right? So, but even for you, right? To hear what you hear, but take the time to like meditate on that thing, to sit in it. Don't just like waste time or we just procrastinate and say we just waiting and whatever, but really truly taking the time to listen and doing something in the direction to help us achieve this goal, this dream, this desire, whatever, that's in alignment, right? That's in true alignment, y'all, because that's the part, right? There's lots of things that I could be doing or I could do and say like, oh, I'm doing all of that stuff is irrelevant because I feel like in this season, the one thing that's really pulling me is this thing. Just the one, right? It's like, man, heavy, heavy. And I'm doing my part. Like I'm doing what I can and asking God for strength, like continue, like to help me to do the rest. Like, God, I'm leaning on you. Like, bruh, I don't want the burden at all. I'm cool on that. Right. So what I'm doing is, again, taking the time to get that clarity and ensuring that I commit, right? and all of this stuff, right? And another thing, y'all, that's super encouraging to me, kind of alluded to it already, but I believe that it's the assignment that God gave me to do. It's not something necessarily that I'm just like pulling out of thin air, like, oh, I'm gonna just do this because it sounds nice or everybody else is doing it, bro. I promise you, I couldn't care any less. I couldn't. I couldn't care any less about what everybody else is doing. Right? I'm not into that. I'm really not, right? Man, I be feeling like I'm so out of touch sometimes because I'm just like, I didn't see it on social media or whatever. I just wasn't, it wasn't of interest. Anyway, I talked about that sometime in an episode or two before. But anyway, y'all, so I'm just like, bruh, it's encouraging to me, and it helps me to want to commit even more, because I believe it's an assignment that God gave me to do, right? And that's what I want to do. I want to do what God wants me to do, because I know for sure if I do what God wants me to do, it's going to be a lot easier in my life. Like, it's not rocket science, y'all. I don't want to live a life just full of hard things and hard lessons and all. I'm cool on that, right? Cool on that. I get it. Life, I'm going to learn some lessons and do some things and done some things, all these different things like that are life lessons, and whether they felt great or not or whatever. But I'm just like, yo, I'm really, really focused on making sure I'm doing the things that God wants me to do, because God will provide. Period. Right? Like it's not, yeah, I promise you, it's not that deep. Like, for me, it's not like, bruh, do I want this to be extra difficult, or do I want to accomplish this thing with grace and ease? Like, which one is it? And I believe if I'm on assignment that I believe that God gave me, then lots of it will come with grace and ease. I'm not saying there won't be any challenges, because there is life. And in life we deal with people, and sometimes there be challenges, right? So there are challenges, okay? Let me put that out there, right? But what was also encouraging to me is that God gave me this assignment with a glimpse of the vision for it, right? God gave me this assignment, and it's a glimpse, and I see glimpse of the vision, right? And that's so encouraging, y'all. It's so helpful too. It's so helpful, because if I couldn't see it, right? I wrote the vision, made it plain, and if I just couldn't see it even, like, sometimes, y'all, as human beings, y'all know what I'm saying. Sometimes it's a little hard to just continue to do something or go in a direction when you can't see nothing, right? That's hard. Like, I personally don't want to just be like totally blind, right? Like, I want sit down and take that time. Well, God got clear, like, okay, this is the direction that we're going in. All right, bet, let's go. I see it. I start seeing glimpses of, oh my gosh, what it looked like when I achieved this goal and things of that sort. Like, yeah, oh, let's go. Like, let's go, right? And I'm excited about it, right, y'all? So I'm excited about it, and I'm taking the time and truly here right now, like publicly to you all, right? I'm committing, right? I'm committing to it. I'm committing to it. Y'all want to go more in depth? Like, yeah. Message me, right? We can talk through it all. For your goals and things of that sort as well. But I'm like, man, y'all, I'm committing, right? And I'm challenging you right today. But before I get into that, before I get into the challenge that I have for you, I want to say this. Another thing that I'm focusing on and committing to and really, really believing and telling myself when it seems overwhelming, because y'all, I've talked about this before. I'ma just tell y'all, one of the biggest things on my heart consistently, daily, multiple times a day, My goodness, is this book, right, y'all? That's the thing. It's no secret. I mentioned it before here, and I'm still working. Still working on it. But it's like it's this book, and I have a time frame and timeline when I'm pushing to be done with it, like finish writing, publish all the things, right? And I'm just committing to that timeline. I'm committing to the process. Really, that's what I'm committing to. And because the truth is, right, y'all, I want to, I'm jumping ahead, right? I'm jumping ahead and I want to slow things down. I want to say this, like with this whole process, y'all, I'm telling myself, look, one step at a time, one step at a time. My brain, because like I am such a visionary, right? I think big picture, I think long term. um I also do things where I'm ensuring that I'm living in the moment and things of that sort, but some of those things take more conscious effort to do. Because it's like, yeah, man, I see it. I already seen it, but it's like, okay, now what do we do? How do we get there? Right? And I'm just asking God for guidance. Your Lord, help me. Okay, help me, because man, I promise you, I don't believe I put all of these things in my heart. Like I know I did, because y'all, I'm telling you, like it's different. But y'all, so when I'm telling myself, yo, look, truly, Jazz, just one step at a time, one word at a time. It's just one at a time, like one at a time. And y'all, and I am sure, um, part of this is I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be. I know I am. Well, I have a strong feeling that I am. Because I know what I know, and it's like second nature to me, really, the what I'm discussing and what I'm will be sharing with you all there, and how I will assist you. Like it's second nature to me, right? I literally can talk about this, do this, and all these things like in my sleep. Like it just, bruh, for hours and hours, and like I can, yo, this is some when I'm coaching someone or I'm having conversations around these things. Like, yo, man, hours go by, and I'm like, wow, it's been 3 hours. Whoa, where did the time go? But it's like this is the thing that, yes, I love this, y'all. Boundaries, let's go, let's go. But y'all, I'm working through it. I'm working through because I know how important it is. Right? It's not about me. It's not about me. And that's one of the things I keep telling myself too. Like, bruh, this is reach the people, like free them up. Like this is for you all. Right? This is for you all, because like, yeah, it's just yeah, God is good. I'm just going um yeah, I'm telling y'all, really, like it's time for me personally to get out of my own way. And I'm encouraging you and challenging you today for you to get out of your own way too, right? There's been dreams, goals, desires that you've had probably for years now, right? If I'm being all the way 100, this book is kind of been in the works for years now. Like just think, like it's been an on and off thing and all the things of that sort. I'm really grateful for the process and this on and off, because like now it's like the path forward is more clear than it's ever been, right? It's super 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 clear on what we're doing here. And I'm so grateful, because honestly that makes the process a lot easier too, right? But it's like, y'all, so I know there's some of you have things, dreams, goals, desires that you've been thinking about doing or kind of dabbling in, but but haven't fully committed to it, right? And y'all, I'm challenging you today, right? Today, don't let this day go by without committing to it. And when you commit to it, I want you to write your commitment down. Right, write your commitment down. You want to take notes on a note card or a sheet of paper or in your phone or whatever. Write it down, date it. Like commit to this thing, y'all. And I want you to decide. Matter of fact, right now, Right now, take the time. It's important, y'all. It's important. When I'm talking about this, there's something that popped in your head, something that popped in your mind. Like you feel like me, it just won't leave you alone. You keep circling back to it. You do all these different things, and you come right back to this thing that you still haven't accomplished yet for whatever reason. Right? And you're hearing me. So right now, I want you to take the time because it's important. And I want you to decide right now a minimum time frame in which you will commit to, right? If that's 3 months, that's 6 months, that's a year, etc., so on and so forth, right? So whatever that looks like, for whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish and do, achieve, right? Let's commit right now to that thing. Like, yo, I'm gonna dedicate 3 whole solid months to making this thing happen, right? I'm gonna commit to 6 whole solid months making this thing happen, or at least working towards this thing, right? To make it happen, right? Because we really create the life we desire. We really create all these different things, right? Once it's been placed on us and it's in alignment and it's our assignment, like what we've been called to do. Like it's up to us to actually do it, right? We have free will. But yeah, I'm telling you, commit, right? 3 months, 6 months. Tell yourself, I'm committing a full year to XYZ, whatever that looks like for you, right? Commit, man. I'm telling you, there's nothing really fun or satisfying. I know, at least for me, for constantly starting and stopping, starting and stopping. Like, bruh, I just nope. Let's finish this. Let's run through the finish line, right? Through the finish line, y'all. And I want to tell you, I want to commit. But I'm a little hesitant about saying this, but I'm gonna say it because it's something when I, I prayed about it, like this popped in on my spirit to say as well, because I want to I want to encourage you. And for some of you, I really don't want you to take this as an out, right? Because it's been too many times we've done certain things, right? We've given ourselves a too much grace, right? So, right, I want to let you know that the truth is, right, even though you're going to decide and commit right now to that 3 months, that 6 months, that year, so on and so forth, whatever that commitment is for you, you're deciding right now to do that. But I want to let you know, truly, it takes as long as it takes. Yep. I pray that that resonates with you all the way that it's intended to, right? It's not a cop out, y'all. It's not a cop out saying, well, it takes as long as it takes. When we didn't commit, we said we was going to commit for 3 months and we only kind of sort of did whatever and didn't really commit to the 3 months. We're like, oh, it's been longer than 6 months, so it takes as long as it takes. But we committed. Right? Commitment means committing, right? We need to go back. I told you, I love the way Cambridge put it, okay? Right? To promise or give your loyalty, time, or money to a particular principle, person, or plan of action. Right? I'm committing to my plan of action. I'm committing to this particular goal. Right? Committing, bruh. When I've committed time, it's to, oh, man, money, all the things, right? Like, y'all, committing, right? But I'm also knowing that it takes as long as it takes. Yeah, but please don't hear it as a cop out, y'all. Just with the grain of salt. Like, don't beat the whole point of that is for you not to beat yourself up throughout this process. That's the part, right? That's probably what I should have said. But it's okay, right? That's the way it was given to me. It takes as long as it takes. It does. And I believe that you all are mature enough to hear that in the way that it's intended to be heard. Okay. All right. You're right. So y'all, like, that's really what I have for you today, y'all. I'm just telling y'all, it's time to commit. It's time to commit. It's a new year. Like, truly, what better way in time to commit than right now? right? Like right now, we're a little over a week into the new year. That's it. Like we're a little over a week into the new year. We still have the whole 2025 to go. Don't let this year go by without accomplishing, achieving whatever it is, that goal that's just keep circling back. What I really wanted to say is keep nagging you. Like you keep tap on the shoulder. Come on, do it. Come on. It's time. You keep hearing and you keep ignoring the little tap. I'll get to it. I'll do it. No. It's time to commit right now, y'all. I'm committing, and I pray you all really take the time, literally right now. Don't even wait till the podcast is over. You need to pause. You just need to cut it off, whatever. Do that, because it's important that you commit and actually do what you say you will do. Right? Last week's episode, I was talking about new boundaries, who this, right? I'm talking about showing and prove, right? Prove it. Right? Some of you, again, new year, new me, prove it. Prove it. Don't let this year go by. Don't let this year go by without achieving or accomplishing this particular thing. Y'all know what it is. You know what it is. Soon as I said something or anything about it, it triggered, it hit you. It was there, right? It was there just waiting, just popped in your head, and you still thinking about it right now. I'm just saying, all of it matters, okay? Oh man, let's go. Let's knock these things out, y'all. Let's really take the time to commit to our dreams, our goals, our desires, right? Because just me personally, I just don't believe these particular things I just placed on my own heart. I promise you, y'all. Like a lot of yeah. If I'm not like, I would rather be just doing things differently. I'll say it like that. I won't even get into it. Doing things different, a lot more chill and lax. Like in this season, that's just where I am right now, right? But yeah, y'all, that's what I have for you today. Time to commit. I pray this blesses you. This really, really change and transform something in your heart, to take that time right now to really commit and fully commit to it by actually doing the work, whatever is required of you. Y'all, I promise you, OMG. I gotta pull out skills that I don't normally use, because but I'm also making it work for me. We're finding my rhythm all in this too, because man, I'm sure I mentioned this before. For me, for certain things, when it seems a little harder or a little more challenging or whatever, then I'm like, it's important for me to gamify things. Like I'm just big on that, and then life, just super gamifying things. And that's what I'm doing with this process too, because man, bruh, it feels like, right? It feels like in my own strength, right? It feels like a lot. That's why I'm glad I'm relying on God, because, in my own strength, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. This requires a lot of me. It does. That time, that it requires a lot of me, right? That focus, that all the things. But y'all, enough is enough, and it's time to commit, y'all. That's truly, again, that's what I have for you all today. That's it. I'm getting out of here. Y'all, so please take the time today to follow us on Instagram. Again, that's on Instagram at Boundaries and More Podcast. And y'all, man, yes, let's commit, y'all. Let's commit. Also, something I want you to commit to, right? You commit to going out today, to have an amazingly beautiful day, and to be back here next week for more Boundaries and More with Jas Abraham. Talk to y'all then.